Again, this is typically a finals match, but not this tournament, and there's a reason for that. We'll get into it. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the French Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing T1. It is herO. We go. We have our series. We have our semis. As a reminder, the winner of this series will advance on to the grand finals to face off against the winner of the other semifinals match, which will be actually Trigger and a Laser. Surprising pairing there in the upper semis. A reason for that is because if you remember, Trigger was actually last week's champion, so Trigger was the #1 seed of the tournament. So Trigger, he had good seeding as he was the WardiTV Monday number 68 champion. We did win over Clem. Did beat Clem. But now, ooh, double gas open out of Clem and going for a faster factory, a more safer tech-heavy start out of our Terran player. This does make sense. Welcome to Ruby Rock. Ruby Rock is one of the smaller maps in the map pool. Aggression is favored here, and Clem is playing safe to make sure he doesn't die to any kind of random aggression, like a proxy gateway, like early move-outs. Oh, here just being as annoying as possible, forcing a second SCV off the mineral line, and does scout both gases. So herO knows. He knows, he is aware. Where's the jaunty back? Oh, herO, he goes back in. Calm down, herO, calm down. Dips back in. Doesn't kill the SCV, thankfully. SCV does survive. herO pulls out. From here, we're waiting for our tech of choice, and herO, he will hide his probe. Now, I would imagine this is just to keep it hidden to go in for a rescout later on. Otherwise, we could see a proxy pylon here, and we could see something more sinister, but Warp Gate is being researched, and we should be seeing a Twilight Council momentarily. So Reaper dips in. Reaper dips in, Stalker is out. Reaper does get the probe. Probe does fall. Nice body blocking though. Ooh, yeah, nice body blocking. A nice movement here out of Clem. He does pull back into the base. The Reaper does not regenerate. Does get a second probe though. 2 probes for a Reaper. Not a bad trade out of Clem. Not bad at all. Twilight Council has been thrown down. The probe is still in positioning on the top side. Again, if this is not for a rescout, then we could see a proxy pylon into a proxy dark shrine. Let's go. Let's go, baby, let's go. The pylon has been thrown down. Show us that dark shrine. Again, DTs can be very effective in this matchup, especially depending on the follow-up here as well. Tech Lab is on the way. This could be an add-on swap into Raven production. Hallucination does get eyes on the 1/1/1. The initial Reaper Hellion's moving out. There's that proxy dark shrine. And again, is Clem gonna go for the swap and open up Raven, or does he go for the early Cyclone? He's going for the Cyclone into Medevac. No Raven production. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, the main army does try to dive in, going for the Sentry. Sentry is gonna get sniped. Sentry goes down. Reaper Hellion going further into the main. Further into the bases. I'm sure he did notice Twilight Council was not researching. True. Oh my god, nice control there by herO. He saves the probe. herO, calm down. Saves the probe. Twilight Council wasn't researching, and Clem, does he hold on to a mule? He just now muled. No orbital on the low ground? Uh-oh. Okay, no orbital yet. Drop is moving out. Dark Shrine is about to finish. And does he hold on to it? Does he hold on to a scan? Does he mule? He mules. Yeah, he did just mule. Drop into the main base. herO not quite in position. His Stalkers are here at the natural, so this can get some damage done. But here comes the Dark Templar. And DTs are waddling in. Drop gets into the mineral line. Probes are going down. A late reaction here by herO. And that's going to be 7 dead workers. At the same time, do we have a scan in the main? We're about to. Oh, the body blocking though. Yeah, nice body blocking. Scan is available in a couple of seconds. Oh, does snipe every Marine though. Jesus. Yeah, the DPS output here might just be enough, even with a scan. There's not enough here to defend. The Raven does pop out, but the tank can get sniped. Oh no, the tank. Oh my god, tank goes down. Drop back into the natural. Doesn't quite focus fire the mineral line. Dropping into the main. Getting one more probe. Oh no. Yeah, gets one more. And we're in a really awkward game state. On the one hand, herO has lost a lot of workers. He's lost 12, right? 14. Jesus. 14 probes have gone down. Right. 2 probes went down at the start of the game as well. So 14 in total. At the same time, Clem didn't lose many workers, but he did lose his army. He lost, what, 6 Marines. He lost a tank. Did lose some mining time. And herO's going to double down, or he was, but does cancel. And if you notice, but in the production tab, we actually had Shadow Stride on the way. Blink for the DTs. But herO does cancel. Oh. herO cancels. Clem is stabilizing back at home. Getting into stim. herO dropping back in. Trust back in. Catching out 3 probes. Sorry, 3 SCVs. And a Marine. As Pagos, remember, stim is not yet done. Stim was delayed due to the Cyclone harass. Due to the Raven. As the Raven is going to get away. It's 2 probes. To workers here building up into storm. Very late third base out of herO, so he's very 2-base heavy, very 2-base centric. So is Clem. But I would say this will benefit Clem more than herO. But it's still just a very awkward game state just because of all the damage that was dealt early on. I want to say that going into a macro game, Clem is in a better position. Just again, herO's third is so delayed. But Storm is going to be the deciding factor here. Storm is already done. We have 2 Eye Templar in the War Prism. herO going for the Storm drop. Setting up for the drop. TT does distract. There are Vikings somewhat in position. Storms are coming in. Oh, does land 1. Lands 1, lands 2. Ooh, that's going to be 3 SCVs going down. Nice mining, but the Prism, do we have a recall? No recall. Oh, this is not worth it. Massive pickup. Prism goes down. 2 Eye Templar as well. Ay, ay, ay. herO, he had no way out. And again, he only killed 3 SCVs. herO, does he have any defensive storms? He has 2. Okay, it's going to be 2 defensive storms. herO is vulnerable. When Clem moves out, he may just break herO. May just be able to break him. Clem's army is split. herO trying to catch him out. herO collapsing on the medevac. Medevac goes down, so a nice cleanup here at a herO. Show CMP. The ghost! Yeah, nice storm. Storm lands, the ghost out of position. A bit of a premature second storm. Third storm, that's the final storm coming in. Never mind, there's 1 more storm left. Army is zoned away. And some nice damage here by herO. Gets 4 SCVs, denies the third base. Maintaining his own. And again, he's holding on to 1 more storm. herO's just going to commit in. The boys are being pulled. Yeah, boys being pulled. 10 more SCVs going down. herO doesn't overextend. Does not overextend. Still holding on to that 1 High Templar. Clem breaking out into the open. Oh, Storm does land. It lands one Storm, but are there enough Zealots here? It doesn't look like there are. I say that Zealots are coming from behind. It's a very close fight. Mine Shot goes off. Zealots are a little bit too late. Yeah, they were too late. Too late. The Immortal go down, and Clem, he does take the fight. Expensive losses from herO. Oh no, Palmy. Not like this. Again, Clem, he holds on. herO, again, his reinforcements was just too late. If his Prism didn't go down earlier, then he could have reinforced in the main army. And Clem finally establishes his third. Clem's third base is up. Now, what's scary about this map here, and you're kind of seeing it here and now, it's so small that once you get momentums, once you get map control, your attacks, they hit so quickly. You can just move across the map in a matter of seconds. And herO is vulnerable. He lost all these Immortals. He's just now going to double Colossus production. He doesn't really have much of a gateway composition. Not anymore. Again, he lost everything. And it does take a long time to rebuild that kind of army. Meanwhile, Clem, he's retained his army and he's perfecting it. We have Ghosts, we have Vikings, second Starport's on the way. His armory is late, but I don't blame him. It's just been a very chaotic game. But that does mean that Clem's 2-2 is going to be late. And there's going to be a window where herO does have somewhat better upgrades. hero's pushing in once again. Clem, he does overreact. But he does get on top of the ramp, okay. Pulls back in time. Pulls back. And the game is slowing down. From here, the game is switched. We're calming things down, papi. Ah. You're producing disruptors. Clem likewise getting his own fourth base up. As both armies look to max out, I do have to favor Clem here, but the map may be small enough where herO may be able to outposition and rotate. We'll see. It all does come down to the army positioning, their rotations, their movements, who catches who. Oof. Speaking of, oh my god, my shots are brutal. Softening up the zealots. Clem is keeping up with the rotation. He's here at his fourth. He's ready. A couple of feedbacks. So Clem, he wants that. He wants those High Templar. The ghosts get caught out. They're losing 2 ghosts. Gee, there are so many Vikings. Yeah, 12 Vikings. They hunt down the Colossus, getting 1, getting 2, and herO, he will lose everything once again. A big overextension. herO stuck around too long. herO plummets in supply. Oh. And now hero's transitioning. This feels a little bit too late. I say that it is a Hail Mary play. Basically, herO is hoping that Clem is too defensive, and he'll give herO enough time to get into 10% carriers, right? herO is going for a Skytoss transition. But if Clem decides to push, herO, I don't believe, can stop him. There's Nova's a zone away. Zelze try to get into the mineral line. More Nova's moving up. Ooh, nice connections. But Clem, he collapses in from behind. Coming in for the flank. He wants those disruptors. And hero's gonna lose everything. He's gonna lose everything once again. He cannot get away. Yeah, disruptors, they all go down. He Colossus as well, and we're never gonna get to the Skytoss. It's not gonna happen. As we mentioned before, if Clem ever pushed, he could just kill, and he pushed, and he's killing. The Vikings land. We got a storm on the ramp, and it's a decent storm. but it doesn't matter. The army can tank it. Takes down the robo. Breaks through the bases, and herO, he has nothing left. He's got one Tempest on the way, baby. Let's go. Yo, he saves the probes. Recalls the workers back home. He saves them for a couple of seconds at least. But again, Clem cannot be stopped. Not anymore. Not anymore. As herO, he's banking up 2 High Templar. He's got 2 more here in his main. We're on some Terran levels of copium right now, is what. Oh god. Oh no, the cloak goes. Snipes one, gets another High Templar. Storm zones away. And Clem, now he gets eyes. Oh, now he sets his sights on the 3rd. Pushing forward, the Tempest can be hunted down. I just tanks the Storm. GG gets called, and Clem, he will take game number 1. He'll take a lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. As we get into game number 2, though, a big shout to Sort of in the chat. God, thank you so much, Sort of, for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. Welcome, bienvenidos, as we're here covering the WardiTV Monday number 69. We're here in the semifinals. Clem just took the first game in the semis, takes a lead against herO, and we'll see if herO can recover and bounce back. Also, if you're a Zerg fan, don't you worry, we'll be covering some Zerg later on in the broadcast. A Laser is also in the semifinals, and we'll be covering a Laser versus Trigger after this series. Well, we'll get there. But GG, well played. Once again, winding it back here, herO, he was a little bit overly aggressive. We saw twice these big moments where herO overextended and lost some expensive armies, referring to losing all of his Colossus and High Templar towards a later stage of the game, or even a little bit earlier than that, losing all of his High Templar, Immortals, and Archons as well, as herO was basically all in, hyper committed, and herO failing to break Clem gave Clem so much momentum. Clem was ahead economically, ahead in the army, ahead in almost every single aspect. As we mentioned towards the end of the game, herO, he was just hoping that Clem would be more passive, and if Clem was more defensive, then maybe herO could get away with Sky Toss. And technically we did see one Tempest at the end of the game, but again, he was not given time to transition into that Sky Toss. But here we go. Spawning in the left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the French Terran player. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Leading the series 1-0, and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Here we go. As what were the vetoes in this series? Game 1 was Ruby Rock, game 2 is Tourmaline. Hyper aggressive maps, both game 1 and game 2. Again, the rush distance by ground is very short on Tourmaline, has a very open entrance here into the natural, and also has an open entrance into the 3rd base as well. We often see a lot of aggression be quite successful because of that. Again, the defender's advantage is nowhere near as strong on Tourmaline, so we'll see who's going to be the aggressor. We shall see. Last game was herO, winding it back. If you remember, herO also did open up DTs last game. We should not see Dark Templar again, though. Not here in game 2. Not twice in the series. I'm leaning a little bit more towards either early charge or heavy commitment into Blink Stalkers. We'll see. We shall see. Likewise, 2 games in a row, Clem going for a second gas geyser, so double gas opener, faster factory out of our Terran player. This also makes sense just because of the map itself. We did kind of rationalize this in game 1. We're seeing it here in game 2. Because aggression is favored here, Clem is playing safe. Hello, herO. As herO moves out his probe, it does keep it hidden and looking a little bit suspicious. Esther herO. Okay, because of his movement here, he would have avoided the initial scout across the map, but it is going to be Reactored Reaper. Okay. CC gets thrown down. This was Rax into Reactor first, into Reapers, and with this probe should be hunted down. herO does at least force down the second SCV, but the Reapers will clean this up. And alas, herO, he only did get eyes on one Reaper, he didn't see the other. Stargate opener out of herO. Okay, bold move. Bold move. Goes up the Stargate. The Hellion gets caught out. Is on A move. Okay, stuck on A move. So nice catch there out of herO. At upside bypass the Hellion. Once again going for the CC. herO will delay. Does delay the expansion. Oof, both adepts barely shade back. Oracle's popping out. herO, he does have potential. There's a lot of potential here just because there's been no scout. Clem back at home. He doesn't really have anything to defend. He has no anti-air. It's purely Reaper Hellion. And we'll see if he uses this Oracle defensively or not. As the Hellion goes down, the adepts are holding their own. Reapers, they try to slip past, but they get 0 damage. Yeah, 0 damage being dealt here. This is such a big commitment out of Clem. Losing so many Reapers, getting 1 probe. 1 probe for 4 Reapers for 2 Hellions. Not worth it. And the herO takes a lead. herO with a much stronger start. Cashing out another Hellion. Another Hellion zoned away. And Clem is in a really rough position here. Gonna be stuck at home, gonna be contained. And herO, he's not going into Phoenixes. Does open Stargate, does go double Oracle. Oh, we have a 3rd Oracle on the way, okay. Getting into triple Oracle. But following that with the Twilight Council. Again, going for the Council. The Oracles are backing up back at home. I don't believe Clem has seen the 2nd Oracle, so Clem doesn't know how committed herO is. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. There could be a faster switch to Phoenixes. Clem is in the dark. Here comes the triple Oracle. Now the downside here, because this big commitment to Oracles, it doesn't mean that the gateway composition is that much weaker. Clem is pushing. Clem is moving out, so is herO. Back at home, there's 2 Stalkers to defend. Remember, there is no Blink, no upgrades. The Shield Battery will finish up, getting up to 4 Stalkers. Oracles, a bust into the main. SCVs will go down. And Clem commits. And commits across the map. That's going to be 5, 6, 7 SCV kills. We're still not done. There's no anti-air here, so this is going to be critical damage. 1 Viking Arise, but there are just going to be so many dead workers. And I would argue here that Clem is kind of wasting his time here at the base. He has to keep going. Oh no! Widowmine goes down. Key pick up here by herO. Yeah, it's nice to Widowmine this army. It's just a little bit too late. It's so slow. Finally pushing into the natural. Liberation has arrived. It does snipe 3 Stalkers. Almost. But he's running on Marines. Yeah, Marines are going down. We're down to 3, 2 Marines left. Down to 1. Down to 0. 0 Marines remaining. The Cyclones, they're being sniped one after the other. And herO holds. herO, he holds. GG gets called, and herO ties up the series. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. GG, well played. There was potential for a pseudo-base trade there, but again, Clem, he had no idea how committed herO was with his Oracles. Not just that, Clem was behind after the opener, committing as hard as he did into the Reaper Hellion and achieving 0 damage. He killed 1 probe. 1 probe went down for 4 Reapers and 2 Hellions. It was not worth it, so a big commitment. With that, he was stuck at home. On top of that, because the Reapers all went down early and the Hellions as well, there was no rescout. There was no vision to see how many Oracles were being built, and yeah, with that, Clem was torn apart, and now we're going to the ace match. Let's go. We're going to the ace match here, and we'll see how this story ends. Does it go the way of Clem? Does it go the way of herO? We're loading into another small map, 10,000 feet. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the French Terran player. We have the French Terran. We have the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the South Green Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Here we go. As we've made our way into the ace match, Hello, Clem. As Clem, he moves out with the SCV, keeping it hidden here on the left-hand side, and going for the proxy Raxes. Okay. I say Rax is only one. There's only one proxy SCV, so we have the Rax on the way, but we'll see how committed Clem plans on being. Do we go into a Tech Lab into Marauder? Do we just go proxy Reaper into a very uncommitted build, going for a singular Rax? Eyes are on Clem. But welcome to 10,000 feet. Again, this is, I believe, the shortest rush distance map in the map pool. So very short rush distance. Again, aggression is favored. Based on the vetoes, it looks like all the larger maps are vetoed. Celestial Enclave, Mothership, Winter Madness, White Rabbit, all were vetoed. Just a hyper-aggressive series instead. And herO should notice the Rax is missing, right? He's here with the probe, he knows the Rax is missing. For what he knows, the Rax could be further down in the natural, it could be at the third base, it could be at the triangular third instead. It's on herO to determine. So bunker gets turned down. Reaper is on the way. Just the Reaper. Again, there's no second Rax, there's no Tech Lab. As that SCV is getting quite low, the Stalker is being chronoed as we speak. And can Clem finish this bunker? Can he finish? It looks like he will. Yeah, it looks like he will. The probe goes down, does not get the shield battery in time. Bunker will complete. The Reaper gets into the mineral line. You can see the Stalker going straight for the SCV. It's going to be close. Can he get it? One more shot. Oh my god, just barely. The bunker is denied. And with that herO, he will hold on. Despite that, though, losing 3 probes in the main. Did I say 3? Does he get 4? He does. 4 probe kills. Oof. Reaper does fall. Does barely get sniped. But again, 1 Reaper for 4 probes, not bad. Oh. As the second Reaper does pull out. Pulls out in time. Back at home, CC is on the high ground. Clem is transitioning. But I would say that herO, I mean, yeah, he did lose a lot of workers. Can try to contain his opponents. We'll see how we recover. Okay, Clem even investing into the bunker. Setting up on the high ground. And after the Stargate opener last game, we have a Twilight Council instead. So herO looking to get in towards Blink. Technically, this could be an early charge-based build instead. We have seen that rise in popularity as of late. I've seen that from players like Classic. We'll see what herO goes for. And we have the tech of choice, Blink. So Blink is on the way. We'll keep an eye on the gateways as well. So far, it's 2 gate Blink. We'll see if he goes for a 3rd gateway of Robo or a 3rd Nexus. So far, 3rd gateway. Getting into 3 gate Blink. Could even go up to 4. Hallucination gets eyes on the starports, on the extra Raxes. Reaper is deflected. And herO is playing safe. Okay, he's playing safe. Goes down the Robo, so 3 gate Blink into the Robo. herO is delaying his 3rd expansion in favor of extra gateways and that Robo just to be safe. With that, he can get into Observers, early Immortals, if need be. The Cyclone drop is going to be denied. Nice positioning, though, as I believe the Cyclones, yep, they just get free damage. Just free damage on the gateway. Stalkers, they do come in from behind, though. And they will deflect. It's a nice movement out of herO. Deflects the Cyclones. We have Clem going into early stim. He actually switched out. He does switch out of his factory, so no tanks. I believe, yeah, no defensive tanks. The defensive setup here is going to be actually quite weak here for Clem. Rushing into stim instead. Thankfully for Clem, herO is being more defensive. Remember, herO, he went for a very safe opener. If herO had gone for a prism with extra stalkers to move out across the map, he might even be able to kill Clem. And the hallucination confirms that. herO, he got into the main base, he saw the add-ons, he sees that there's no tech lab on the factory, and he sees the upgrades on the way in the Raxes. So now herO is aware. So now he's just building up into 3 bases. Oh, catches a free Liberator here, okay. Does catch a Liberator. Charge is now on the way. Enough time has passed where Clem, now he can hold on to any kind of aggression. He has a high enough Marauder count. From here, we are just going to settle down. Here, likewise, going into Storm. We have our splash damage of choice. Here he does spot the did spot the medevac, but no, actually does blink forward, does miss it. Yeah, it does miss the medevac. Drop gets in. Here out of position. Thankfully, not many workers to kill. Thankfully. Here making his way into the main instead. Okay, blinks in. It's a reactor, can even trade against these Marines. There's only 3. He does stand fight. Oh. Doesn't risk it. Nice little pickoff. Here he is back home to defend against the initial Cyclone drop. He will double buy a drop into the main base. Here he does have some Zealot, some High Templar. Clem is going for the Templar though. Oh. And does get 1. 1 Templar goes down. Charge not yet done. There's the recall. And there's the recall back home. Does snipe one of the medevacs. And from here, we're just building up. Just building back up. Clem gonna force a cancel. Nice damage here with these 2 Cyclones. Getting more than I'm sure he anticipated. Even kills a pylon as well. The pylon. herO threatening with a storm drop. Oof. Some panic storms here. Does land a couple though in the main army. If he had 1 more, then maybe the army is so low, so battered, so bruised. Clem does defend. Oh. herO looking for damage. Gets a Marauder. Marauder goes down. Cyclones are back. Jesus. These 2 Cyclones have been so annoying this game. From the beginning, Patty. They get 5 more probes. Finally, they're going to go down. They've done well, though. herO, meanwhile, pushing with his main army. He's got his storms ready. He's got 5 High Templar. Oh, my God. He's got 5 storms. Yeah, storms a zone away. Zealot busts into the mineral line. There's still, what, 3 more storms left. The Ghost getting exposed. And here even saving the Templar from the EMP. Ooh, I spoke too soon. EMP lands. And herO has to back up. Here he pulls away. There's 1 more storm. Massive connection. Oh my God. Clem, he tanks the storm. Does snipe the prison, but Clem, he may lose everything here. Yeah, GG gets called. Clem, he will lose the entire army, and herO, he snowballs out of control. herO will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew, GG, well played. A very aggressive series here between herO and Clem, going into Tourmaline, Ruby Rock, and to 10,000 feet as well. Hyper aggression out of both players, and some unique openers as well. We saw that, yes, Clem, he was able to get some damage across the map with his Cyclones denying expansions, but we saw when it came to the main fights, herO, he was able to soften up the army ahead of time with his Storms. He was able to deflect the initial drop aggression as well, and again, Clem, he did have a really hard time getting into the mid game there. Took a lot of storms to the face. GG, well played. We also spoke a little bit about the map itself. It was applicable to all 3 maps and all 3 games, but aggression hits so different on these maps just because there's so little time it takes to get across the map as well. And alas, herO, he was able to break through, able to strike, able to break through. GG, well played. GG. And with that, Clem is out. Clem is out of the tournament, and we're here to determine who will face off against herO in the finals. Will it be a Laser? Will it be Trigger? As we're getting ready for our next semifinals match, another best of 3. Let's go.